Hello friends, welcome to Allied Classes. We have started about the nucleic acid, ribose nucleic acid, and in previous video we have seen about the structure of mRNA. Now in this video we are going to see about the tRNA. tRNA is known as transfer RNA. Now in this video we are going to see structure of tRNA and why this tRNA is known as a transfer RNA. So here you can see the structure of tRNA. This is a structure of tRNA. Now here you can see a 5 prime and 3 prime end. It doesn't mean that this is a double strand structure. You can see a 5 prime and 3 prime end. It means that this is a single strand structure of tRNA. Now we are talking about RNA. So here thymine is not going to be present, but in exceptional cases thymine is going to be present here. Here you can see the thymine, but otherwise you can see on the place of thymine uracil is present. Now this is a activator binding site. Here the amino acid comes and bind, and this is known as stem part, and this rounded structure is known as a loop part. Now why this stem and loop part is said? So first you can see here adenine pairs with uracil, means in case of tRNA there is some place where the complementary bases are come together, so they forms a hydrogen bonds between them. Here you can see they forms hydrogen bonds between them. So this part is known as a stem part, and this first stem part is known as a acceptor stem. Acceptor stem. Because here amino acids are bind on OH group and transfer amino acid, means activated amino acid comes and bind on OH covalently. Here activated amino comes and bind covalently. As we know that activated amino acid known as a activated amino acyl. Now we have seen about this part. Now about this part, you can see here the hydrogen bonds are not formed. This rounded structure does not have hydrogen bonds. This place is known as the place where hydrogen bonds does not form. That place is known as a loop part of tRNA. So you can see here the 4 loop, first loop, second loop, third loop and fourth loop. Now first of all we will see right here some points. Due to complementary bases, are present, so hydrogen bonds are formed. So hydrogen bonds are formed, known as stem part of tRNA, means a transfer RNA, and with the hydrogen, the place where hydrogen bonds are not formed, known as loop part of tRNA. Loop part of tRNA. Now we know that it is a acceptor stem where the amino acid come and binds at OH, forming a covalent bond. So we will write here at acceptor stem amino acid comes and bind covalently. Bind covalently. Okay. Now we know that we have talked about this acceptor stem. Now the second about D loop. Why it is known as D loop, or it is also known as a D stem, because here you can see hydrogen bonds. So you can say D stem or DHU stem. Why it is known as DHU stem? Because it's having a modified base. Here you can see it is nothing but the modified base. Modified base. Okay. Here you can see DHU. DHU means dihydrouridine base. This is a modified base. Now we comes towards the anticodon loop. Here you can see this part is known as anticodon loop. Why this part is known as anticodon loop? So we will draw a structure of mRNA and how this part of tRNA is known as anticodon loop. We are going to see. Draw the structure of mRNA. We know that mRNA. So here it is a 5' end and here it is a 3' end. This is a mRNA. We have drawn here mRNA. As we know that mRNA consists of pair of 3 nucleotides. So we know that pair of 3 nucleotides are present, that AUG, AUAA, AUG, CAU. Okay. This mRNA consists of 3 pairs of nucleotides, means 3 pair of nucleotide is known as a codon. Now what happens here? This anticodon loop comes and binds over here. Okay, here you can see 3' and 5' end. As you know that this is UAA, then the complementary strand is going to be there AUU on the tRNA. So this part is known as a anticodon arm of tRNA or anticodon loop of tRNA. Means it's having a complementary sequence of nucleotide or complementary codon as compared to mRNA. So this is about anticodon loop of tRNA. Now we are going to see about the another loop of tRNA, that is T-pi C loop. So we are going to see the structure of tRNA. Now here you can see the 4th arm of tRNA. This 3rd arm is not necessary, but this 4th arm is having a modified base, that is a thymine, present in RNA. As we know that thymine is not present in case of RNA, it is present in case of DNA. But in additional cases, at the place of 4th loop of tRNA, there is a thymine present. So this part of tRNA is known as T-pi C stem or T-pi C loop of tRNA, which is known as a pseudouridine. It is a modified base where the ribosome get bind, so known as a ribosomal binding site. So we will see the structure, how this T-pi C loop get attached at the ribosomal binding site. To understand the T-pi C loop, how it's work, so you can see the structure of mRNA. This is the structure of mRNA. Now what's happened here? You can see here the ribosome. The ribosome comes and binds over this mRNA. As we know that the ribosome have 3 parts, E part, P part and A part. But the first code is going to become, or the first nucleotide is going to become at the P side. Here you can see tRNA is going to become here. and here it's going to be bind. So it is known as a ribosomal binding site. This is known as a ribosomal binding site. Okay. Now we have seen about the acceptor stem, D-loop or D-stem, DHU stem, as well as we have seen the anticodon loop of tRNA and T5C loop of tRNA. Now, first one important thing is remaining, we haven't seen it. Here you have seen I is present. What is this I? The question arises that what is this I at the anticodon loop. So here you can see this is a Wobble base. Wobble base. As we know that Watson and Crick base pairing, that adenine will pair for uracil or adenine will pair for thymine, guanine will pair for cytosine. We know that this Watson and Crick base pairs rule, but at this place this base pair is not specific here. So this base pair is known as a Wobble base. Now one most important thing we haven't seen in this D loop or DHU stem. Why we call it as a DHU stem? Why we call it as a DHU stem? Because this portion of DHU stem is a portion where amino acyl T synthetase is present. The enzyme amino acyl T synthetase is present to recognize the D stem for binding. So we have seen about the tRNA, we have seen the acceptor stem, we have seen D stem or DHU stem where the modified bases are present, as well as we have seen the Wobble base at the anticodon loop and T5 loop, that is pseudo uridine base. That is also, this T is also a modified base. This is about the tRNA, that is the transfer RNA. Now in next video we are going to see the last topic, that is rRNA, ribosomal RNA, and we are going to see the functions of RNA or the functions of nucleotides. So thank you friends for watching my video.